But we've always said if one of the three was going to end up going somewhere, we always felt like it was Draymond.
Mm-hmm.
This definitely suggests as much. And, oh man, Draymond, how frustrating has he been lately?
Yeah, it's I feel like I want to root for the guy because he's done so much, right? He's the culture, he's the voice in the locker room, he's the passion, he's everything, the fire behind the team. But just in recent months, and there's been things throughout which we've kind of overlooked and said, oh well, but he does so much and maybe he'll change and this and that. But it just feels like lately he's just doing more and more, and it's almost like he's doing stuff just to do it and doesn't care of the repercussions, right? And kind of is, I don't know if he's trying to say he wants his way out or whatnot, but I mean, just some of the stuff he's doing now is just, it's, the fans aren't happy.
I don't want to say the punch is overblown because it's a big deal. Of course it is.
It's not.
But it's honestly not my biggest concern. It's right. And by the way, everyone, he's doing a podcast. He has a friend helping him produce it. It's not a big deal to go on for half an hour and riff, talking to a microphone. Yeah. He's got his production partner who does all the other stuff. He just talks in the mic for half an hour. Big deal. That is so overblown. It's not a big deal.
I don't have a problem with that at all. Yeah.
But whereas I feel like Steph and Clay have always been about the team. They've always about the team, and everyone has spoken endlessly about how Curry sets the tone in the locker room. He's the least selfish superstar they've ever seen. And so if your superstar acts like that, how can you act any differently? Right? You look ridiculous. Yeah. But I feel like Draymond's all about Draymond these days. I think he feels a little disrespected about his contributions over the years, and that's fair. And I would probably have a chip on my shoulder as well if I was him. But he's just he's
got 4 rings.
He's constantly
4 rings. They can't take that from you.
He joined Clutch. He's constantly kissing LeBron's ass now. All the time. And you know what I found more concerning? In the middle of the game, he's on the bench. LeBron comes over the end. He comes onto the floor while not wearing uniform, like, wearing
during the game.
During the game, and him and LeBron are chatting up like a couple of little schoolgirls giggling. And you look over and it's right in front of the Warriors bench and side eye. All of them are giving them straight side eye. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Iguodala with the not safe for work gesture he's doing.
What was that gesture he made?
It was like a little, I don't know.
Was it a jerk off?
Fellatio, yeah, kind of.
Oh, was that was? I couldn't tell. Right. And you can tell that is really bothering. I mean, that was very obvious. Yeah. Side eye across the board. Every player. Right. Wiggins is like, just
like, what is this guy
And so
doing?
that, I don't want to say that bothers me more than the punch, but it's in that direction of just like, come on, dude. It's okay. You guys are friends. Room, right? Do it after the game. Right. Going on the floor mid-game and acting like that. Really bad look. And I feel like Draymond has lost any sense of self-awareness. People are focusing on the wrong stuff. The podcast, who cares? But how are you carrying yourself around the team?
Yeah.
Are you really buying into the culture anymore? Or are you a lone wolf? No, that's what it feels like.
It wasn't a big deal, but before the game, I don't know if
it's those little things. There's been a lot of those
walk-ins.
Things.
He walks in wearing a bright green suit. It's like his money green suit or something. I'm like, dude, you just punched a guy in the face, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and the little documentary on TNT, I mean, so I know they were filming it before, but that's like, given the recent events, punching pool, you need to cut that. You need to be like, no, it's not a good time to do that.
Yeah, some of the comments were just
the lack of humility that he's showing. Maybe he's shown humility to the team behind the scenes, but like you said, they're all throwing side eye at him. And it's that was very, very telling. And we're going to see how this pans out. I firmly believe there's a chance they trade him this season if this continues.
This season? I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends what happens, honestly. I mean,
he's more tradable now because, I mean, he has that player opt-in, so a team could at least get him for a year and a half. Yeah. He could end up playing for the Pistons. They could use somebody like him. And he's got the Detroit ties.
He's so good, though. I don't think they don't.
No, I know. But, if he becomes a cancer in the locker room, I think
it depends. It depends how far it goes, right? Obviously, if he's punching people in the face multiple times, something, I think it's going to have to be something extreme like that. But if they're producing and winning,
it could just be another blow up too,
like an argument.
Yeah, just some nonsense, and just he is lacking in self-awareness right now. You need to show humility and keep your head down. Doesn't mean you can't do the podcast, but keep your
he
head
knows how
down
to do it.
and do the right things and show that you're about the team and not about Draymond.
And I don't know if that's, I think part of what he was, part of what he said over the years is like, I can't be less than me. You know what I mean? And I'm not excusing him. I'm saying
we're huge. We've been huge Draymond defenders for years. Right. This is the first time where I'm starting to be like, come on, man, come on. Like, it's fine. He's fiery and he acts like that and whatever, but he was still always about the team.
Right.
This feels different.
It feels like we're watching a divorce happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
where you're kind of seeing
it's one
like
thing after another
little links. Yeah. And you're like, is that,
it's never one thing.
Good. Right.
Well, it's not never one thing, but it's usually a little chink in the armor,
right.
This, that, and it just gets to the point where everything just starts to crumble. So like I said, we'll see how it goes, but bad look, first game of the season, shadding up LeBron. Like, it's just a bad look.
And I almost think something like you were talking about an argument happening. I almost think it would be good for like the team to take that mantle up and like yell at him, be like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause he's usually the one doing all that. We don't have a lot of loud talkers and okay, maybe we got Jordan Poole, but obviously he's not going to, him and Draymond aren't talking right now, and that's the other thing is that situation doesn't even seem resolved.
I wonder if Steph is going to pull him aside. I wonder if Steph's going to pull him aside.
Or
and be
Iguodala.
Like, hey, man.
Iguodala.
Yeah, or Iguodala, actually, is probably better.
Yo,
yeah.
Come on. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
And maybe he doesn't respond well to that and, blows up and it all ends anyways. But I just feel like it's going to come to a head one way or the other. And I feel like if it came from these people who he says he respects, especially Steph, if Steph was to yell at him, like,
yeah,
you notice he's never yelled at Steph, right?
Oh,
ever. Because I think he knows that, Steph's the franchise. Steph's the guy.
Everyone says Steph's quiet or whatever, but he has some very low key alpha male.
Right.
He is like, he comes off all calm, but you see it come out occasionally and he is the alpha male.
Right. And I think if it came down to it, he's not going to let Draymond ruin the franchise. Right?
Because Steph's all about the team.
Right. It's going to be, hey, you got to go. Yeah.
So, it sucks to have this conversation. Like I said, we have defended Draymond endlessly, and it's just, it sucks. He's kind of losing me, and I really hate to say that.
Is anyone, is like, even the biggest Draymond fans, is anyone defending how he's acted the last 6 months? I don't see how you can. I mean, maybe you just say, oh, well, he's just being him and whatnot, but I don't know.